Hi Stampers, this is Dawn from DawnStampingThoughts.net, and today we're going to make this card. Let me show you the inside. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so here are the pieces we're using today. We're going to use the Tip Top Taupe. Let's see here, Tip Top Taupe, and this is cut at 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. And then the basic black is cut at 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then the Tip Top Taupe is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. That's going to be for the front. Then for the inside, basic black is cut at 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and then the Whisper White is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. That's going to be for the inside. Okay, so now for the outside front, the Whisper White piece is cut at 3 by 3 1/2, and you're going to need 2 of these to do a mask. So cut 2 of them at the same size. And then the basic black piece is cut at 3 1/4 by 3 3/4. That's going to layer right on top of that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and cut our mask out, and then we're also going to emboss this layer right here with the Tip Top Taupe. So let's grab the big shot. So first we're going to cut our mask out, and I'm using the Square Framelits, the third one from the inside, and this is the 2 by 2 inch square that we're using for this mask. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take our Square Framelit and place it in the center, and then you're just going to cut that out. Okay, so now let me show you what I did on this one. Let me get my mask. So these are my 2 masks. Now this one was a little bit more rectangular, so what I did is I just cut the square out. And then I just took the Square Framelit, cut that out, and then what I did is I just moved the Square Framelit down, so it's more of a rectangular shape on the masking template. Okay, so now we're going to emboss. This is the Decorative Dots embossing folder, and we're going to emboss the Tip Top Taupe layer. And I'm using the multi-purpose platform with 0 tabs. Just going to run that through. Okay, so it looks like that. Okay, so now we're done with the big shot. Okay, so for my template, I went ahead and added the 2A glue to the back side of my template, and I let that glue air dry, and then it's like a post-it note. So then when I layer this over top of my front piece, it's going to stay in place when we sponge. Okay, so you might want to do that. Okay, so we're going to use the Tip Top Taupe Classic ink, and I'm going to use a sponge, and I'm just going to sponge over top of this mask. Okay, now this card here, I went ahead and stamped the flower right when the mask was on top of my Whisper White piece, but I'm going to go ahead and remove it, and I'm going to stamp my images without the mask. So it's whatever you prefer. Okay, so that's what that looks like. Here are the stamp sets we're using. This is a Sale-a-Bration stamp set, and it's good until March 31st, and it's called Flowering Fields. We're going to use this flower right here. And then this is also stamped on the front, and we're using My Heart Smiles Just Thinking of You in a Sweet Saying stamp set. And then for the inside, I'm using the Grateful Bunch, and I am totally grateful for the inside. Okay, so we're going to use the basic black archival ink, and I'm going to go first stamp the flower over top of the Tip Top Taupe mask. Stamping that towards the right-hand side somewhat. Okay, then we're going to take the greeting, My Heart Smiles Just Thinking of You. Love that. We're just going to stamp that right there. Okay, we're going to go ahead and stamp the inside part for the inside of the card, and we're going to stamp, and I'm totally grateful. Okay, so now we're just going to go ahead and layer all our pieces together. So go ahead and do that. Okay, so now this piece we're going to pop up on dimensionals. Okay, so we're going to do a couple more things to the flower. So we're going to adhere it to the card and then do the white gel pen and then the Wink of Stella after the card's put together. So we're going to go ahead and add a bow, and this is the white satin ribbon. Let me show you how I tied a bow. So I just take the 2 bunny ears, and then you're just going to cross them over and tuck it under, and then when you're flipping it, this ribbon is going to flip forward too. And then of course, like any bow, it doesn't turn out perfect. You're going to have to fuss with it. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, then we're just going to trim the tails. Okay, then we're going to take a glue dot, actually a couple glue dots, and we're just going to stick this up into the corner of the card, just like that. Isn't it pretty? Alright, so now a couple more things. We're going to add the white gel pen, and I'm just going to highlight a couple spots on the flower and the leaves with the white gel pen. Okay, so next we're going to add a Wink of Stella. We're just going to touch the flower in random places, just to add a little bit of sparkle. Okay, and that's it. That's how I did that masking of that square. So now here's the other one, and then I made a pool party one using the pool party glitter ribbon. Isn't it pretty? Okay, that's it. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you later. Bye.